Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the Samsung Galaxy A51. Now you can pick this up on Amazon. I'll throw the link up in the description. The price on this one, $340. Now it comes in 4 different colors. You got Prism Crushed Black, White, Blue, and Pink. Alright, so let's go through all of the specs. Now this is a GSM only phone, so if you got AT&T or T-Mobile, you're good to go. If you got Sprint or Verizon, you asked out. Now on a side note, if you buy this one from Amazon, it does come with 3 months of Mint mobile service for free. Now I actually never used this before, but we'll test it out. Alright, for the display, you got a 6.5-inch Super AMOLED panel with a resolution of 1080 by 2400. Now that's 405 for the PPI Patrol. You got Gorilla Glass 3 on the front with the glass stick build. And we'll talk about that in a minute. For the processor, you got the Exynos 9611 with the Mali G72 MP3 GPU. What does that mean in English? Mid-range specs, bro. Mid-range specs. Now it's running Android 10 with One UI 2 skin on top. You got either 4 or 6 gigs of RAM and 64 or 128 gigs of storage, and it does have a micro SD card slot for expandable memory up to 1 terabyte. Now you got a 4000 milliamp battery that features 15 watt fast charging. For the cameras, on the rear, you got a quad setup. So you got a 48 megapixel f2.0, that's your wide angle. You got a 12 megapixel f2.2, that's your ultra wide angle. You got a 5 megapixel telephoto and a 5 megapixel macro lens. On the front, you got a 32 megapixel f2.2 wide angle lens. Now you also got Bluetooth 5.0, NFC, and FM radio. You got face unlock, always on display, on-screen fingerprint sensor, and a headphone jack. Alright, so all of that for $340. What's missing? No IP rating, so the phone is not water resistant. No Quad HD display. No wireless charge. And no dual speakers. Now, I know what y'all getting ready to say. What's the difference between the Samsung A51 and the A50? Well, there's 5 major differences. Number 1, the price. Now with the A50, you can find this one for around $275. The cheapest I found the A51 for, $340. Next, the display. Now with the A50, you got a 6.4-inch AMOLED panel. With the A51, 6.5-inch AMOLED panel. So 0.1-inch difference in the size. Next, the processor. Now with the A50, you got the Exynos 9610. With the A51, you got the Exynos 9611. Same GPU, so theoretically, the A51 should be a little bit faster. Next, with the A50, you run an Android 9 VIP. With the A51, you run an Android 10. And lastly, now this is the biggest difference, the camera setup. On the A50, you got a triple camera setup on the rear. On the A51, you got the quad camera setup. Now with the A50, the max resolution on the rear is 25 megapixels and 25 on the front. With the A51, you got 48 megapixels on the rear and 32 megapixels on the front. So again, theoretically, the camera should be way better. Alright, so let's unbox this and see what it is. First things first, shout out to White Shoes, back in the building.
I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my
White shoes. Calm down. Alright, here we go. Samsung A51. Nice white box. Giggity. Here we go. Okay. Inside, let's get the plastic off this. This is going to be your Galaxy A51. Let's get a little wipe down on this for that dramatic effect. Bang. Check this one out. That's the Prism. Alright. Prism Crushed Black. You see all of the new Samsung phones have that aura glow effect to the back? I'm really feeling that. Let's see what else you get. Now this is going to be your 15 watt fast charging brick. This is going to be your USB Type-C charging cable. All right, black in color. And of course, you get some Samsung headphones. Now this phone does have a headphone jack. So these are wired headphones that actually have a 3.5 on one end. Now these will feel a little bit cheap. You got your play and pause button right here. No shoes. I need you to scoot a little. No AKG branding on the headphones. Simple and straightforward. All right, so that's pretty much it on that. Matter of fact, one more thing. Almost forgot. SIM ejection tool. And of course, shoes in rare form. Usual books and shit. Pluck them and file them. And like all of the new Samsung A series, this one actually comes with a case. Now, this is just a gel skin case. Nothing fancy, but it will protect your phone. Now, back to the A51. Let's get another wipe down. Let's do the smell test on this one. This one smells like savings. All right, $340, major savings. All right, got some Samsung branding on the back. Quad camera setup. Got your LED flash. Let's see your power button. Let's hit that up real quick. Okay, power button, volume up and down. Now check this out. I don't know if that's a notch or if that's a cutout. Let's wait for it to light up. That might be another difference I forgot to mention. Well, in the meantime, SIM tray on the top. Sorry, that's a mic on the top. SIM tray on the side. Headphone jack. Headphone jack Apple. Headphone jack Google. You see what that is? Headphone jack. Let's keep it alive. USB Type-C charging. And there's your speaker grill. Now let's see. Okay, now check this out. Here's another difference between the A50 and the A51. Let me pull up my A50. You see on the A50 you got the teardrop. This one you got the little hole punch like the new Galaxy Notes. Now personally, I like the hole punch way better than the teardrop. And on a side note, this is the A50 right here. You see you got your video lock screen. You got always on display. Beautiful phone. Back to the A50, A51. All right, so there's your hole punch. Now, like I was talking about earlier, glass stick. Let's wipe this down. This is a fingerprint magnet. This has what Samsung is calling a glass stick build. So it's not glass. It's not 100% plastic. It's more of a mix between glass and plastic. But when you feel it, it does feel like plastic, but it looks like glass. And if you look closely, now let me pull out the A90 real quick. This is 100% glass. This is glass stick. Check out that aura glow to the back. They still have that same rainbow effect. Even though this is basically mid-range to budget style phone, it doesn't feel cheap. All right, it definitely has a nice feel to it. And I love that shimmeriness to the back. All right, so let me pause the video. I'll drop my information in, then we'll breeze through the OS. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, y'all, so we back in. Now, I just put my information in the phone, got everything all set up, and I got to be honest with y'all. On a scale of 1 to 10, for $340, the Samsung Galaxy A51 is a major go. All of the features that you get at this price range, you cannot complain. Now, let me say this. If you're looking for a flagship phone with all of the bells and whistles, you're going to have to pay flagship prices. There's no getting around that. But if you want to save some money and you don't care about having a quad HD display, you don't need dual speakers, you don't care about wireless charging, and you don't need the absolute best camera on the market, this is a serious phone to take a look at. And let me show you why. First things first, build quality. Now, y'all know I got to say it one more time for 2019. Feels so good in the hands. Ladies, you know the procedures. I love that beautiful rainbow pattern on the back. You got the glass stick build. Now, let me talk about that one more time. What's the difference between the glass stick build and an official premium build? First of all, if you look at the A90, you got metal going around the frame. With the A51, you got plastic going around the frame. Now, as far as the back panel, this is plastic, this is glass. You see they both have that rainbow effect? The biggest difference that you're going to notice is in the weight. When you pick these phones up, you hold the A51, you hold something like the A90 or your Note 10 Plus, you're going to notice a dramatic difference in weight. Visually, yeah, they look the same, but the A51, this has more of a lightweight feel to it. Now, once you drop the case on it, you're not really going to notice. But again, you want that premium build quality, you're going to have to pay those premium prices. So the build quality on this is A1. All right, I love the look. Next, keep in mind, $340, you got all your Samsung features. So if you notice, here's your always on display. Fully customizable. You see I got a picture of white shoes on it. But you got the time, the date, your battery percentage, and all your notifications on a $340 phone. Now, there's a couple of different ways you can open up the device. You can swipe up, put in your pattern and your PIN. Next, you got your on-screen fingerprint sensor. And it does work. Now, it's not the fastest in the world, but it works. All right, it's not ultrasonic, but it's going to get the job done. Works every time. It's just a little bit on the slow side. All right, it's not super fast. It's not OnePlus status. But like I said, it does work. But the best way to open up your phone is use the face unlock. Now check this out. On a side note, you can have your video lock screen. Now, for everybody that's wondering how to do that, I'll say it one more time. All you have to do is open up your camera app, take a video, and assign it as a wallpaper. And this will be your video lock screen. Now, if you notice, you see that little light going around the camera? It's searching for my face. So let me show you face unlock. Bang. Look how fast that is. All right, so the face unlock on this is the best way to open up the device. And it also has a setting where you can require your eyes to be open. Google, pay attention. All right, you can require your eyes to be open, so this way nobody can unlock your phone using your face while you're sleeping. Next, let's take it over to the settings real quick. Now, this is basically, I would say, a watered down Galaxy Note. Our Galaxy S10, just a little bit watered down as far as the processor and some of the features. But if you compare this to the A50, it does have a big upgrade, such as edge panels. Now you got all your edge panels. So I got my People Edge, got the Apps Edge. You got all your Smart Select features. You can add your compass, and you can go to settings, add as many as you want, go to the Galaxy Store, and download some more. All right, so let's check through the toggles real quick. I'll try to do this quick. Secure folders. All right, those are on deck. Let me talk about that real quick because a lot of people say I always glance over that. Secure folders, that's your thought protection. And let me show you how that works. So let's open up secure folders. It's going to require your pattern, your PIN, or your fingerprint. So inside of my secure folders, you got your gallery, you got calendar, contacts, camera, internet, my files, and Samsung Notes. These are all your scumbag activities. Now let me show you how this works. I'm going to open up the camera. I'm going to take a picture of, let's do this Mint Mobile card. All right, so I took a picture of the Mint Mobile card. Now let's go to gallery. There's the Mint Mobile card. Now watch this. I'm going to open up secure folders, and I'll open up the camera app from secure folders. Now I'll take a picture of, let's do the Galaxy A90. Close-up shot. Okay, so y'all see this picture right here. That's now in my secure folders. So now I exit out of that. Let's turn the phone off. Turn it back on. Let's go to gallery. If you notice, there's no A90 there. So let's substitute the A90 as a scumbag picture. So if that was one of my scumbag photos, in order to view it, I would have to go to secure folders, use your pattern, your PIN, or your fingerprint, go to my secure folder gallery, and there it is. So why is that important? If you're outside living the scumbag life and you're taking your scumbag pictures, use the secure folders camera. So this way you ain't got to go home and remember to add them into your secure folders. Take all your pictures using the camera app from secure folders, and it'll be nice and safe. All your douchebag, scumbag browser history, all right, all your filth, save it right there. All your files, your naked photos and all that, all your little bullshit notes, leave all of that in your secure folders, fully thought protected. Every time you turn your phone off and turn it back on, in order to enter the secure folders, it's going to require a biometric entry. That's pretty dope. All right, so let's get back to these toggles real quick. You got link to Windows. All right, so you can link this to your Windows computer. You got all your different power saving modes, mobile hotspots. Let's see, you got Dolby Atmos. Now, Dolby Atmos only works when you plug in your wired headphones. I'll show you what that means in a minute. You got your edge lighting, and right now I got it on dark mode, but if you want, you can have it on standard mode. I think dark mode just looks a little bit better, and if you have an AMOLED phone, it's going to save you a little bit of battery. Let's go to settings real quick. Now we'll just breeze through this. Of course, you got your Bluetooth, NFC, you got VPNs, private DNS. Y'all know the status with that already. Let's go to sound and vibrations. Let's go to volume. One bottom firing speaker. Now the speaker is pretty loud. But again, one of my gripes with this phone and every other phone, dual speakers. I put a little speaker right here, even if it's a little bullshit speaker that sounds horrible. Put a little speaker right in the top earpiece. When you're watching your videos, it just sounds better. It just sounds better. Sound quality and effects. Again, plug in your wired headphones, activate your Dolby Atmos, but you do have a stock equalizer. So you got normal, pop, classic, jazz, rock, and of course, the custom settings. Just put everything on max. That's going to give you the loudest speaker. You got adapt sound. Play with that if you want. Set it up in a quiet environment, and it'll adapt the sound to your specific hearing. Let's see anything else. Separate app for sound. I went over that, but I'll go through it one more time. If you activate separate app with sound, basically if you connect your phone to a Bluetooth speaker and you're playing music, you won't get your text message alerts through the Bluetooth speaker. So while you're rocking out with your music at your party, you don't have to have notifications coming in interrupting the music. So you have a separate sound. So the sound will come through your phone, meanwhile the music will stay rocking out through your speaker. That's a nice little touch right there. Let's see our notifications. Nothing to really look at with that. You do have your apps badges. Let's go to display. Now this is max brightness. This phone does get pretty bright, but you got adaptive brightness if you want. You got your blue light filter. For screen modes, you got vivid and natural. Okay, now let's see. You got easy mode. You can use that if you want. Navigation bar. Now I like mine's with the back button on the left, but if you want your back button on the right, you can swap that out too. Or if you like using full screen gestures, kind of like an iPhone or a Pixel, you can do that too. Personally, I like the old school buttons better. Let's see, got your accident to touch protection, blah, blah, blah. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to wallpapers. We don't really even need to see those. Themes, you know what that is. Lock screen. Okay, now, right now I got pattern, face, and fingerprints, but you also got a pin if you want. You got smart lock. Remember, there's no more trusted faces. So you just got on body detection, trusted places, trusted devices, and voice match. You don't need trusted faces. It does have face unlock. You got your always on display. All right, now if you want to save battery, you can turn that off or have it scheduled. But like I said before, leave it on. All right, if you want to save battery, turn your phone upside down. The always on display will automatically turn off. You can change your clock styles. That's why I said this one is the best. Samsung and LG, they pretty much make the best always on displays. Huawei too, because you can add a picture, but you got a bunch of different styles, clocks, themes. Download as many as you want. Okay, let's see anything else. Oh, you got your face widgets. Now this will be from your arm, always on display. You have your music, next alarm, weather, Bixby routines. Okay, that's without unlocking the device. You got shortcuts. So this is the shortcuts. So when I open up the phone from the lock screen, you see I got Gmail and I got camera. This is without unlocking the device. So that's a shortcut. So if I want to take it over to Gmail real quick, all I got to do is swipe up, use my pattern on pin, and it'll take me to my Gmail app. Let's keep it moving. Let's see, where was we? All right, so that's the shortcuts. You can switch those around, add any app that you want. Let's see anything else. All right, biometrics and security. Okay, you got Samsung Pass. You can you secure folders, stop protection. You can install unknown apps, and you also have duplicate apps. All right, so this way, if you got two Facebooks, you can have them both set up at the same time. Let's go to advanced features. All right, so for the side key, remember there's no Bixby button. So for the side key, double tap. We'll leave that to launch the camera. That's the World Star Hip Hop button. Press and hold. That'll be your power on and off, unless you want Bixby. Now, me personally, I never use Bixby, so I'll leave that as my power off menu. Let's see, you got your call and text on other devices, leaked in Windows, smart pop-up view. Now, you can set this up to as many apps as you want. I actually like it for YouTube, but it does get kind of annoying because when you get an alert, you're going to get a pop-up. And I'll show you what that looks like in a second. Let's turn it on for YouTube, since that's pretty much the most notifications I get. You'll probably see one in this video. got direct share, reduce animations, motions, and gestures. All right, so let's go through these real quick. Lift to wake up the device. Double tap to awake the device. Smart stay. Basically what that means is the phone uses the front-facing camera and it recognizes your eyeballs are looking at the phone, so it'll always keep the display on. So you don't have to set a 10-minute timeout, and it's not going to keep turning off in the middle of you browsing your internet. Let's see, where was we? Got Smart Alert. Now, Smart Alert is if you got your phone on the table and you went to the bathroom, once you pick up your phone, you'll get a little vibration. That'll let you know that you had a missed alert. You got Easy Mute. If your phone is ringing, put your palm over it. That'll mute it. Palm swipe to capture. That's your screenshots. We'll leave that on. And swipe to call or send messages. Now, from your call history, you can swipe over, send a message, swipe over, make a direct phone call. All right, let's keep it moving. That's it for that. Let's see, you got game launcher. Oh, this is what I was talking about. Dual messenger. All right, so if you got 2 WhatsApp accounts, all right, if you're a real scumbag, real sleaze bucket, and you got 2 Instagram accounts, you can have dual messenger, and this way you ain't got to keep logging out and logging in. They'll automatically be connected together. Digital well-being, monitor your online scumbag activities. Let's see, anything else? That's pretty much it. Oh, device care. Now, this is a nice little feature that's on Samsung phones. You see right now it's checking. Okay, so it shows your battery, storage, memory, and security. And if you want, you can optimize. Checking for viruses, checking for apps that crashed, checking for any high battery usage apps, storage space freed up a little bit, 4 apps closed in the background. Now the phone is running at 100%. Click on done and you're good to go. So far, fresh out of the box. Now there's a little bit of lag with this phone. I'm not gonna say this is lag free. It's a little bit of lag. And part of the reason is all of these features packed into this mid-range phone. Now, if this was something like a Pixel 3a with just stock Android, you wouldn't expect any lag at all. But you're going to expect a little bit of lag because you got all of these juicy features. All right, you got all your edges. Let me show you the pop-ups real quick. So let's take it over to YouTube. All right. Now, if I want to, I can open this up as a pop-up. All right, so we hit play. So we're watching a video. We can move this around, and we can take it over to Instagram. All right, so now I know. So now I'm on Instagram. If I want to, let's move this over. Matter of fact, okay, let's pause this. You see, I just caught a pop-up. I'll show you how that looks in a second. We'll minimize that. So let's hit home. Now, if you notice, I got 2 pop-ups. So one is the YouTube. Let's exit out of that. That was actually a YouTube message. So let's try some multitasking real quick. So let's go to Facebook. All right, so from Facebook, if we want, we'll open this up as a pop-up. Then we can minimize it into a little bubble. All right, there's my Facebook bubble. Let's do YouTube again. Okay, so we're on YouTube. Let's minimize this one. Move that Facebook out the way. Let's see. Open up as a pop-up view. Turn it into a little bubble. Now let's take it over to the Play Store. We could be browsing for new apps. And then at any moment, if I want to, take it back to YouTube. Take it back to Facebook. And you can have up to 6 of these open at one time. That's multitasking. Let's try the web browsing speeds. All right, my bad. I had to log into my internet. Let's try that one more time. Go to apple.com.
Opening web page.
Okay, and there it is. This is the full website. All of the pictures. If you want, we could do split screen multitasking. And let's do YouTube on the bottom. And we'll do a regular video with Apple on the top. No problems with that. Now let's check the speakers on this one. Let's rewind that real quick. Hold up, because y'all need to hear that. This is one of my classic videos. That Microsoft exhaust ain't no game. Like I said, one bottom firing speaker. Not the loudest in the world. but it is pretty loud. Getting goosebumps right now just watching this. Everybody always asks me, why don't I get a Tesla? This is why. All right, this is why you would never see me in an electric car, because of this. I need that sound. Oh, here we go. Woo! All right, so now let's take a look at the camera. Got your World Star Hip Hop button. Press it twice. And there it is. Let's check out the different shooting modes. You got live focus. Okay, now you can add or decrease your level of blur. You got regular photos with wide angle. All right, so there's regular and wide angle. Of course, you got your scene selection. All right, if you want, turn that on and off. That'll optimize your pictures. You got video, which you can do regular or widescreen. You got night mode, and you got a few more. So you got your Bixby Vision, your AR emojis, you got Pro mode, panorama, macro, food, super slow motion, regular slow motion, and hyperlapse. Now, if you notice, this is the smart pop-up. So I just got a YouTube notification. I click on that. It should bring me to my YouTube comments, and there's a comment. So if I want, I could go ahead and like that comment, or I could just hit reply and shoot my homeboy a message right there. All right, so smart pop-up view, I love that feature. Back to the camera. Okay, so at hyperlapse, that was the last one. Let's go to regular photos. Now also, if you want, you could get rid of this. You just hold down on that, hit remove. Let's go to photos. Let's go to settings real quick. Okay, again, scene optimizer, shot suggestions, scan QR codes. Let's see the rear video size. Maximum resolution, Ultra HD. All right, 4K resolution for the rear. And let's see for the front. Max resolution, 4K in the front. It's pretty good. Let's see anything else. Blah, blah, blah. That's pretty much it. Turn your watermark on and off. Now let's see for video. Okay, you got super steady. All right, so super steady. When I do my video test, I'll have this one on and we'll see how it looks. And that's pretty much it. Now let's take a look at some test pictures and test videos. All right, so now let me show you what it's going to look like when you slap on the case. Like I said, just a gel skin case, little texture and feel on the inside. Nothing fancy with this at all. Cutouts, buttons. Got a little bit of razivity, so it's minimum, Slamboy certified, but all of the buttons work. You will protect the top, sides, and the back of your phone. Let's get a little wipe down. Showcase that prism black color on the back. Let's wrap this up. Alright, so overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, the Samsung Galaxy A51 is a major go. And at $340, as Bob Barker would say, the price is right. Now, on a side note, you can actually find this a little bit cheaper if you go to Alibaba or Geek Buying or AliExpress, any one of these little bullshit sites. But in my personal experience, you're better off spending a couple of extra bucks and buying it from Amazon with the A to Z guarantee. Now, if you watch my channel, you remember the Asus ROG 2. I bought that from Geek Buying, had a little problem with them, $600 down the drain. Anyway, build quality on this, excellent. It's a relatively smooth phone, minimum lag. You got plenty of RAM, plenty of storage, and a micro SD card slot for even more storage. You got a headphone jack, beautiful display. The speaker sounds pretty good. You got a 4,000 milliamp battery with fast charging. The camera's okay. All right, it's not the best camera on the market. The camera's okay. But for $340, this is a great trap phone with all of the Samsung features. Shout out to everybody rocking with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Voxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with the new stream on Sundays. Y'all already know. Stream gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. No meat boys allowed. Oh yeah, special shout out to everybody following me on Snapchat, Flossy_Carter, that's where I'm at. And a special shout out to the notification squad. I see y'all in the comment section early. Hashtag salute. Oh yeah, one more thing. I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and pitch and be rolling. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces.
Enterprise. Spock here.
Spock won the beam up.
Affirmative, Captain. Enterprise out.
Energize.